the thing. Okay, right. Let's go to projects. So see here where my top left corner is here. Go projects and go create a project. And for the purposes of this, I would just put your name in and I would go clone. And now, by the way, you can call it whatever you like. You can call it Scott, the King of the World. It's your project. You can call it whatever you like. Okay. It's kind of become a bit of a lingo thing to call it a clone, but you can call it whatever you like. Okay. I'm just going to call it Scott Clone because that's how I was taught to do it when I did it. So okay. Are you with me? Creating a project, Scott Clone. So now you can see up the top here, under projects, you now got new project and you got Scott Clone. Most of you do not have a project. This is where it gets exciting because most of you have just been using ChatGPT. It's got a plethora of little chats down the bottom here. But now you got your first project. So what I want you to do now is I want you to take these 4 chats, the 90-day transformation plan, the leverage baseline time, the personal DNA, and the 10x plan. And I want you to put all of them into your project. So look here, again, I click on the 3 buttons and it says move to project. And there you can see Scott's Clone. So I move it to Scott's Clone. And then I go leverage baseline, I do exactly the same thing. I go move to Scott's Clone. And then I go personal DNA and I go move to project, and I go move to Scott's Clone. And the 10x plan, I go move to project and I go to Scott's Clone. Now, just by the way, let me show you something exciting now. Remember what I told you last week, that the difference, the stuff you want in the clone is anything that you, or the project, whatever language you want to use, is anything that you want to keep for that's good for you for now and for the future. If you just want to ask a question, how long is it going to take me to drive to Port Elizabeth? Then leave it as a chat down below. And you'll have all the random chats down below. But what I would do if I was you is that whenever anything becomes important in your personal, you put it in your personal clone. In your business, you put it in your business clone. If you're like me, you actually start breaking it down. If you've got different businesses or different parts to your business, your health, your wealth, you start to build different projects for different areas of your life. Okay, so let me just show you here. Someone said, how do you do it? So you open up, it's always these 3 buttons here. You click on the 3 buttons and you go move to project. And you can see in my case, I've only got one project. I've got Scott's Clone. You should probably have the same. And then you literally click on that and it moves. So if I open up my Scott's Clone now, you'll see that it's got the 4 documents, the 10x plan, the personal DNA, the leverage baseline, and the 90-day transformation. I haven't moved all the other rubbish because it's not relevant to my clone. Do me a favor. Just give me a thumbs up, or I can't see you all, but just tell me if you're with me so far. Jeff, is it possible to take out a portion of a chat? Yes, you can copy a piece of a chat, put it in a Word doc, create a new chat, or just copy and paste it straight into a new chat and then upload that into a clone. So definitely you can do that. Okay, I'm seeing yeses, kisses. Thank you for the kisses. Okay, right. It seems like we're on track so far. Can we edit the docs later? You can always edit the docs later. Michael, you can edit anything. So if I go in, these are chats, remember? So just in a hierarchy, and I'm talking kind of AI lingo now, but in a hierarchy, you have a project, and then you got chats. Okay, so your project is Scott's Clone, and your chats are 10x plan, personal DNA, leverage baseline, and the 90-day transformation plan. Jaco, anything you want to add in case I've missed anything so far?
I'm good.
Okay, right. Now let's get to the next thing. Is it not a good idea to do all the work inside the project? Chaz, it's good to do the work if it's related to the work, or like again, in my case, and if you don't mind, I do have my own personal, like my own ChatGPT here. Okay, and if I just show you here, like again, I've got like Private Wealth Global. So anything that is mastermind related, like literally this morning, I'm doing a rethink event with Paul O'Mahony on Friday. So I mean, that's all done within Private Wealth Global. And if I click on Private Wealth Global, it's everything related to Private Wealth Global. 10x design, self-storage, Calio summaries, like it's anything to do with Private Wealth Global. My personal clone is anything to do with my personal life, my son, my personal relationships, my psychologist, whatever. The Wealth Accelerator, hopefully that's self-explanatory. It's everything to do with this course. The team clone is everything related to do with my own team. My Scott clone, this is my exciting clone. This is like my business coach and my strategic coach, because this is all the stuff that I originally did, which I'm going to teach you to do today, basically. I think you get the experience. If you go more here, you can see my YouTube clone, you can see my client clone, you can see my health clone, you can see Wealth Migrates clone, June Haven, Sales Funnel, Wealth Going Global, the book, the Investor Summit that I went to, Paul and Garth collaboration, and John T, my son, did a project on the Springbok project. So I think you can get the idea of like you basically want to create projects. And I remind you, the easiest way for me to explain it is like accounting. You know, in my accounting folder, I put in anything related to accounting. In marketing, I put anything related to marketing in my marketing folder. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to my generic one. Project memory on default, off project only. So that's a good question, Andre. And you can put your project memory on default, or you can make it project only. It depends on how precise you want to be with the information. So if something's very specific, and particularly if it's what's the word called, confidential, then you would make it project only. Lauren said for week 0, you asked to download the markdown files for these documents, but I'm just wondering now if I'm in the chat. I'm going to show you now, Lauren, what to do with the markdown files. Don't worry, I'm going to show you now. Okay, we'll come back to project memory and stuff now. Let's just do one thing at a time. So well, because I've been asked. So you can see I'm in the clone. I can literally click on it here, and you can see I've got project settings. So every time you see the 3 little buttons, there they are, 3 little buttons, I can go project settings. Okay, and again, within this project, I can name it, I can give it instructions, and I can go to the memory stuff. Okay. Seems to just be set as default. Why is it? Okay, I don't know why that's not allowing me to change it. No, I'll come back to that. Okay, I don't want to jump around too much, otherwise I'm going to confuse people. But that, to answer your question, that's where you go to your project settings. Okay, now, exactly what Lauren was asking. Let's go to our 10x plan. Okay, we're going to do this for all 4 of the documents. So you can see now that I've now filled in my 10x plan. I've got it all. It's written there. So I now go to download. You can see over here, download. Everyone with me? Download. And I go download markdown file. And it's literally saving me a file. So if I just go to my downloads and I go to new folder and I just go Scott clone. By the way, I would save this somewhere that you're not going to lose it. Okay, I'm just doing it in my actually, I'll do it in Wealth Accelerator. Let me do it in Wealth Accelerator so I've got it for the future. Okay, so you can see there that I've got my 90-day planner and I'm going to go save. And there it is, it's downloaded. Okay, and now I go back to my clone. See, I'm clicking back here and I'm just getting my 4 things up again. And I've now done the 90-day. Now I want to do the 10x plan. I'm just doing them in the order they come up with. So there again is my document. I'm happy with it. I've read through it. I go download and I go markdown document. Again, it goes straight to that folder and I go save. Now, why is that saving it as 10x plan? Okay, I just want to make sure, because that should be saving it as you just got to make sure the name's right, 10x plan. Okay. Then I go to my personal DNA. So again, I've got my personal DNA and I go download, markdown folder, and I've got my personal DNA template and I can save it there. And then finally, I've got my leverage baseline and I go download and I put the file into my baseline. Okay, again, are you with me? So you should now, with all 4 documents, you should have saved 4 baselines. So let me show you in my folder structure now. I go to Wealth Accelerator, I go to course, I go to module 1, I go to week 1, I go to Scott's Clone, and there I've got my 4 files. My 10X plan, MD, my 90-day transformation plan, MD, my personal DNA template, MD, and my time orbit workshop. Okay, you can save it anywhere. It doesn't matter where you want to save it. All you want to do is be able to find it. So you've seen my folder structure, without being arrogant, but I think I'm a pretty good folder structure. Like I've got my Wealth University, I've got Wealth Accelerator, I've got course, I've got module 1, I've got week 1, I've got Scott's Clone, and I've got my documents. So 10 years from now, you can come back to me and say, Scott, show me those 4 documents that you used for your clone, and I can show you. Yeah? You with me?
Scott, can I just ask a question back to Lauren's question? The point that she was asking is we've downloaded, it's already on ChatGPT, we've downloaded those on the MD files. If it's already in the chats, why do the download?
Because I'm going to show you now. I'm literally, so Winston, I'll show you now. So because what we're going to do is we're now going to upload them to sources. So you can see there's 2 things here. You got chats and you got sources. Are you with me? Okay. Now chats, you might end up having 200 chats here. You might have 2,000 chats here. Every single time you open a new chat, it's a new chat. Now, how will it know that these 4 are the most important 4 things compared to the other 196 chats that you've got? But when you put in sources, this is like this is the DNA, this is the core. This is like Mr. Employee or Mrs. Employee. This is your remuneration contract. This is your code of conduct. This is your operating hours. This is our cultural document. Like, it doesn't matter, like every single all hands we have about culture, like this is the culture document. Like this is we go back to this document. Does that make sense, Winston, for you and everyone else? Like, so your sources are like it's your game plan, it's your playbook, it's your roadmap, it's the baseline core data that it's going to work from. Yeah. And by the way, you can only upload, like, I actually don't even remember. I did get to capacity. It's like 20 documents or something you can only upload, and I'm on the paid version. So you can only upload like 20 documents. So be careful with what you upload into sources, because there is a constraint. You can only put in a certain number of documents. So you want to put your best documents into your sources. Okay. So now we go to sources and we go add sources. Okay. And this again is hopefully fairly self-explanatory. You can go upload, you can go text input, you can go Google Drive, you can go Slack, whatever. But for me, I'm just going to go upload. You can drag and drop if that's the way you like to do stuff. I'm just going to go upload. And I'm again going to go to that folder. Hopefully everyone can remember where they saved it. Remembering you don't have to worry about where I'm saving it. You can save it wherever you know how to save stuff. And there you've got your 4 documents. You highlight those 4 documents. And you go open. And those 4 documents upload into your sources. Now, to answer Lauren and Winston's question, you can see those are now uploaded there. If you go back to the chats, you've got the chats there, but you've got the sources. Okay, now let me show you mine, because I want to show you one that is much more advanced. Okay, and I don't mean advanced as in more advanced than the way you've set yours up, but just much more advanced because I use it a lot more. So here you've got my sources. Okay, so in my clone, you've got my writing voice, you've got my business clone, and you've got my personal DNA. Remember, we're going to get onto your business clone and your writing voice later. But in terms of my chats, there's a whole bunch of chats. Like I've got lots of chats in here. Does this answer your question, Winston and Lauren? Can you see the difference? Like, okay, if I go to my health, let's just use my health, just because it's an easier one. And I don't have enough in my health, by the way. I really want to work on my health one. Where's health gone? Going blind. I can't see my health. Where's it gone? Health. If I go to my health, like I've only got my in-body ratings right now. Like one of the things I want Jaco to help me do is like put in all my body, my blood counts and my everything like that. But anyway, I think you get the point of like, you know, so that you've got the stuff there. So let's go back to the clone. And do me a favor, just type in the chat box if you're with me so far, or if I need to help you. Because by the way, this is the hard part. We've done the hard part. Now we have fun it. Like now we start to play with it. Like once you've actually put these 4 documents in. And just by the way, when I did my clone, all they asked us to do was the personal DNA. Okay. I think it's much more important. And again, this is where I bring my one-to-one coaching in, my 10x experience and stuff, where I think it's more important. Like, what do you want to achieve in the 90 days? What is your time audit? And, you know, and what is your 10x identity? You know, so that you put those in, because then it, you know, I've already done all that work for my own clone. Although even talking to you today, I'm actually just thinking I should be uploading that stuff into my main clone as well. Anyway, so I just want to see in the chat room where we're at. Jaco, how are we doing on your side so far? Because this is what I wanted people to do, just to remind everyone. I wanted to make sure that you had the 4 chats populated. I wanted you to open a project and a new project, call it Scott's Clone. I wanted you to put those chats, those 4 chats, into Scott's Clone. I wanted you to save the markdown file, and I wanted you to upload into the sources. That's it. 5 steps.
100%, Scott. And the same process goes for new things that maybe you want to add some technical knowledge to it that you have gained, or you've transcribed your, like you did with your YouTube videos and got insights from that. You can add anything here that you feel is part of your, let's call it your personality, your work personality, your wealth personality.
Exactly. So, sorry, there's a question here. I'm just trying to go through the questions quickly. Marty said, I just saw your YouTube. Do you just copy and paste the YouTube link in ChatGPT? I don't think I understand you, Marty, but let me assume what I think you're saying. If I were to go to YouTube, sorry, I'm going to do it on, I've got to bounce between these because the one, like this incognito one, doesn't then have all my logins and stuff. So let me just go to YouTube here. I go to YouTube, okay? And I just find a good video by Scott Picken on the Wealth Accelerator Fireside Chat, okay? Look here. This is such a cool little trick I'm about to show you. So you go here, you watch this video. If you go down here to more, and you see this thing here, it says show transcript. Every single video on YouTube has a transcript. You can go show transcript. And here it comes up over here. You can literally copy this whole transcript. You're now getting a proper insight into how Jaco and myself and others go and get all the information. Okay, so I'm just going to copy it all. I don't know, Jaco, tell me if you know a quicker way than what I'm doing, which is just copying and paste, like copy. I haven't figured out a way to just press one button. Come on. Okay, there it is. That's the transcript of the entire YouTube video. I now go back to ChatGPT, and if hypothetically I want to put it in, I can literally paste it. There's the transcript. Now, if I wanted to, I could literally go here and I could go, read this transcript from the hour and a half that Jaco and Scott shared, and give me the 5 most important actions. I can't remember how many actions there were, but you get my point, of what I need to do. Keep it brief, concise, just so I know the 5 things. I'm bouncing off track here, but I'm trying, like, I don't know if I should be answering questions in the Q&A style, but I've literally shown you how to use a YouTube transcript, and how I do it all the time. So if I find a good video, I go and take the transcript, I put it in and say, right, how do you make this relevant for me? And you can see I've just done it in a new chat because I don't want that to be part of a project because I don't even know what.
So, Scott, I'm going to jump in here just on the YouTube thing. It's fully into YouTube and Google, same place. So it's fully integrated with each other. So if you're a Gemini user, then you could paste the link into Gemini's chat, and it would give you a quick summary plus the video link again from your YouTube, and then you give it in. You just type in, give me the full transcript, and it gives you a full transcript of that video. So it literally brings it into it, and it gives you that thing which you can then download as a markdown file to bring into the space. So I think it's quite a good one to use. So if you've seen a great video, Alex or Mosi or Scott's video or something like that, yeah, you can always bring that in. So if you're a Gemini user, this is all integrated in the same ecosystem.
Okay, now I want to answer someone's question. Juliet's asked a question, and it's come up a few times already. So I've done this, and by the way, I did this on purpose. Okay, so it's fairly rudimentary. I didn't fill these documents in properly because I assumed, and I'm very much in my incognito, I'm trying to be like everyone else, which is kind of pretty new and a bit of a starting from scratch type environment. So you can see here that you've got these 4 chats that are in here. Okay, now if you want to go into this chat, okay, sorry, I got that wrong. I opened the markdown file. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I want to go back into the chat. And I want to go into this chat. I can go in at any point and I can edit this document. I can literally go edit and I can go and change it at any point. And I can then go, once I've edited it, and again, I can close it and I can download it and I can save, this was the May version, and maybe in June or July or August, I want to do it again. I can save a new version and then I can just go back to my clone. It's always easier on the left-hand side here. I'm just telling you how I do it. I go back to the left-hand side here and I open up my clone. I go to my sources and I can literally add a new source and I can delete an old source. So like if I want to remove, I can literally delete it. So Juliet asked the question, can you update it? Completely. Can you delete it? Completely. Like ideally you want to keep this kind of updated. So who would like to see me do it? And I don't want to do it unless if I'm going to confuse people. But one of the things I thought of doing, I wanted to get to today to show you what it would look like with fairly generic information. And then I wanted to go and build it using my clone, because remember, it knows 3 years worth of knowledge from me quickly, so that I had those 4 folders built so that it now knew me on steroids. So I'm hoping like you, where you've gone and done a lot of work over the week and you've really taken time to think about your 10x, your 90-day, etc. I've done all that work already, but it sits in my personal original one. Would you like me to go and do it quickly, create those 4 docs, or is it a waste of time? It doesn't matter. I can do it. So let me just come back to it quickly because someone's asking about a markdown file. So again, you open up any of these 4 documents, you click on it. Okay. You've got your canvas here, and you literally go to download, and you go download markdown file. Okay, and that you can save it anywhere you want, as long as you know where to find it. And then when you come back to your clone, you upload in sources, you upload your markdown file, like wherever you saved it. Some people just want to save it on their desktop, wherever, like it's so it's easy to find. Okay. Okay, so Santi, okay, I'll ask the same question. Just tell me, Santi and Joy, if that answered your question. Won't ChatGPT go through the transcript by itself if you post the YouTube link? Tammy, it might. I tend to prefer to put in transcripts myself. I don't know, Jaco, if you've got an opinion on that. In terms of going through the transcripts. I prefer to actually upload transcripts and tell it what I want it to look for. Better to scroll down in the transcript, highlight upward direction. Okay, yeah, fair enough. It's just different ways of doing it.
No, it's just when you pull it down in a transcript, just as you go down with it, you'll see it starts highlighting everything at the bottom. It like automatically, and if you then leave the mouse click, you will it's got it highlighted. You just right click and it copies the whole thing.
Okay.
Does that answer it, Scott?
I think so. Yeah. Okay, so Joy's saying when I try save markdown doc, it doesn't give me the option of where to save it. It just goes to downloads. Okay, so let's just go back there quickly. So if I go to 10x, so just any of them, and I go here to download. So it's this button here, download, and I go markdown file. It's giving you, it's going to bring you up to, I mean, again, depending on what computer people are using. I mean, even if it goes downloads, it doesn't matter. Just put it in downloads then, save all 4 of them in downloads. And once it's in downloads, copy and paste it to somewhere you can find it. But I mean, basically, this is a folder structure. It's taking you here. I mean, if I was in downloads at the moment, I could just go, it's just your folder structure in your computer where you can go save it anywhere. I mean, I've got my own personal folder structure, but you can go save it wherever you want. It's just that you want to be able to find it again. So I personally just save everything for Wealth Accelerator in Wealth University 2026, Wealth Accelerator course, module 1, week 1, Scott Clone. And I just save all 4 of them there. Okay, can one save both versions? Can source also be PDFs? Yes, Benno. So source can be PDFs, it can be Excel docs, it can be anything, it can be Word docs. It's just what I was taught, and it was funny because I heard Jaco say the same thing, is that, sorry, what is yes, please? Oh, they want to see my one. Okay, yeah. I was taught that if you can do your source docs in Markdown, it's better, but it doesn't have to be Markdown. Okay, I'm just going to do one of them no, I'm actually not. I'll do mine afterwards. I want to finish just with time because we're 54 minutes in. I want to do the fun part now. Okay, so let's go now to this, and I'm going to share this link with you in the chat. Okay, so here's the link to week 1. Okay, and by the way, I'm super excited for you because if you're up to this point now, which is that you got your clone, you've got your 4 chats in here, and you've got your 4 sources in here. Okay, that's all you need to be at by today. Okay, and now you get to have fun. Because now your clone's built, by the way. The foundation of your building's built. If you understand how to build a house, we've put down we've dug the foundations, we've poured the slab. Your foundation's built. And you don't even have to wait for the concrete to dry because it's quick drying concrete. It's done. You're ready. Okay, so now you can have some fun. Okay, so now what are we going to do as our fun for the week? Is that you can see here's the hands-on exercise. You go and create your clone, etc. Just as I said to you. You are now my clone co-pilot. Use the files in this clone as my personal DNA. Default to my goals, voice, constraints when advising me. Ask 1 or 2 clarifying questions if anything is ambiguous. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to go copy. Okay, you see that copy. Oh, by the way, just remember, I mean, you can click on this link. I've shared it with you. You don't have to save this in your own Notion, but you can if you want. Okay, so remember, you can go to your own Notion. If you want to, you can duplicate it. You don't have to, but you can. And then it'll just be in, there's week 1, and you'll have all the things all in one place. It's the same thing. But you basically go to over here and you go copy. Okay, now you go back to Scott's clone, and you go to the top here, and you go project settings, and you put in the instructions. You literally copy what I just said to you. And you go save.